Okay, go ahead.
Hey folks, welcome to another little episode of Real Country with Jeff and Melanie. This is kind of a part two. In the earlier video, I was talking about we were going to add this outside light. I'm up here at 10 foot off the ground, got 2 foot in the ground. We set the pole in the other video. Thought I'd take you through the process of making our connections. It's real simple. Black to black or hot to hot. Neutral to neutral, white to white, and your grounds is the naked copper wires to ground. The tricky part is going to be balancing this heavy thing while I make the connections and then installing it. And then I'll walk you through into the barn where we had to add a breaker and a light switch so that hopefully, and we've only got about 45 minutes, hopefully when it gets dark, we'll now have an outside light to help us light up the back area and to provide a little extra security. So let's see real quickly if I can work on an angle and make these connections. I'm going to try to cheat, and I hope I ain't messing up everything, and make my connections this way before we hang them up. So let's see. We're going to go ahead and do our neutral, which is the white wires on most of them. I'm not happy with the way this looks already because the wires coming from the light are stranded and they look to be aluminum, and I'm going to a solid copper wire off my main line. Normally that don't work real good, but we're hoping. Keep your fingers crossed. Twisting them together and then putting a wire nut on. Okay. Now, coming off the light fixture, we're going to repeat with our black or hot wire. And like I said in my earliest video, I'm doing this at my house. Now, I have took classes, passed everything at a local vocational technical school, got my certifications, but I'm not a licensed electrician. So don't copy me. This will key you if you do it wrong. If you got any doubt you may hurt yourself, call a licensed electrician with insurance. But I threw the main breaker supplying electricity to the barn before I ever started. So the power is cut off to my barn, so hopefully we don't have any chance of getting hurt. All right, now we're just going to do our grounds. There's actually 2 off the fixture. I'm going to wrap them up real good. 2 off the fixture, 1 off the wire. And there you have it. I've got my 2 hots, my 2 neutrals, and my 3 grounds. Now if this will sit still long enough, I'm going to put a little bit of extra on here. I like to wrap all mine with some electrical tape. A little bit extra can't hurt. See if that'll sit still. All right. Once this is installed, it shouldn't move other than the natural pulsating of the electricity in the line. Most people don't realize that, but the entire time the electricity is running through your wires on anything you got in your house, it's got a low level pulse. And sometimes you can look in an old light switch or an old receptacle and you'll see the wires have started backing off. People wonder how they got loose. Well, that's how. It's constantly in and out, back and forth. And sometimes it can do it real bad and actually cause a fire to start in an old house. So ain't a bad idea every now and then. You ain't got nothing to do on a rainy day. Check your light switches. Have an electrician come out. because a little extra tape or tightening the screw a whole lot better than waking up to your house on fire. Especially down here in the South, a lot of the old homes built in the 50s and 60s were made out of fat, lightered pine lumber. And over the years, them things have got ripe and they a bonfire waiting to happen. I know this is probably a little boring, especially folks out there that know what they're doing. Like I said, I'm not a master electrician, so I take my time. It may be silly, it may be sloppy, but I try to make sure everything's covered up and we don't have any naked wires that's going to be touching naked wires. Alright, so hopefully my wire nuts is on there. I've got them taped. Here's the last thing I like to do is kind of put them all together and wrap the whole thing up. Maybe that way it won't come loose on me. Electrical tape's cheap. You can get a 10-pack used to at Harbor Freight for a couple of dollars. But snug it up. Plus, hopefully that way nothing will come loose and make contact, cause a short. Or if you ever up here like I may be working on it, definitely don't want it to nail you. Alright, let me cheat. Wrap it up like I'm wrapping an ankle in a basketball game. Plus, if it does get some rain in here, maybe that'll keep you from throwing a breaker, getting your wires all messed up. And we're calling for rain tomorrow, possibly the next day here. So I hope this will work pretty. And maybe when I'm done, we won't have to mess with this no more. Alright. So now, should be just a matter if I can do it one-handed. We're going to snug these wires in this box. One-handed on a ladder is fun. Let's see. And of course, it's awkward too. So we're going to tuck them in. I need that third hand that I wasn't born with. There we go. Start to come around now. Just take some squeezing. Older I get, my old hands don't want to cooperate this late in the day. There we go. All right. Now, part 1 and part 2. See if I can line all this up. And I'm not lining it up correctly. There we go. There again, I need that third hand. Uh-oh. Tell me I may get lucky. And I'm not. Oh, my old shoulder's giving out on me. Fun of getting older, folks. Now I'm cramping up. Let's try this other one. Let me. Of course it ain't working and my left arm just cramped up on me. I apologize for the delay. There we go. Whew, that wasn't fun. It's bad to get old, as folks used to tell me. Oh, especially when you got a messed up rotator cuff. Whew. Oh, I hate to say it. Oh, that's hurting. And I know it ain't lined up yet. But anyway, part of what I'm doing, I've got my wiring, and coming off this box, I've put staples right here to help secure the wire, and I'll tell you about that while I'm getting my shoulder back to feeling in it. But I've got one just a couple inches down from the box. That helps in case something bumps into it, it shouldn't snatch it out. Snatch the wires loose, cause a problem. Got this one right here where we're gonna make the bend. Eventually I'm gonna put one under the rafter, and I'm gonna have them all the way across on the inside of the house, the barn. Oh, now. Oh, that old shoulder's about had it. Let's see if I can get it to line up for me. That is not working. Whew. Need to go up a little bit. Let's see if I can do this without falling. Did I mention we're not working on level ground? It gets better and better. Oh, and this is wanting to roll with me. Let's see if I can cheat a little bit. Excuse my backside, folks. Right this way. There we go. Finally. Whew. Didn't think I'd ever get that to thread up. It's tough. One man on a ladder, standing on unlevel ground. trying to support a light fixture one hand and make connections with the other. Alrighty. Just tightening it up. It's working now. Alright, now one more little bit of tightening up. Need to snug this in with this little Allen wrench. There's two screws under here that actually hold the light fixture to the mounting plate. Okay, give them a little snug. That way if we have a high wind, maybe nothing won't come off. One more little bit of tightening. Alrighty, now if I can get off here without falling. Did I mention this unlevel ground? And these size 15 cowboy boots don't work too good. Oh yeah, I gotta go back up too. Alrighty, but alright, now the one last thing. We're going to power this with a 300 watt LED light, suitable for outside. This thing ought to light us up like a Christmas tree, I hope. That's big enough. Let's go back up. Screw this one in. How many dumb old country boys does it take to screw in a light bulb? I hope just one. And I hope the bulb works. It wasn't a cheap light bulb. Couldn't pick it up at the dollar store. All right. Now, let me grab the camera. All righty. Let me, ease by. Now, excuse my junky barn. I am in the middle of a massive cleanup around here. I told Miss Melanie that if I can get it straight, we've got to do better. I'm like most men. I lay it down and put it off. Alrighty. Now I know my lighting is terrible, but if you look up there, you can see that wire. That's where we're bringing it in, and I'm going to come back and staple it. Right this second, it's hanging down. And we brought it over here, and we added a new light switch right here. And then we have our wiring from the light switch running to our breaker box. And I added a new breaker right there. And as you can see, it's just the power comes in and we hook it to our breaker bar. Excuse me, our breaker. The hot goes into the breaker. The neutral goes into the neutral bus bar. And our ground goes into the ground bar. I'm going to put the cover back on, secure the lid, but let's give it a quick test and maybe we won't blow up everything and we'll have lights. So we throw the main juice on. Hey, the shop lights come on. Now, we're going to throw that breaker on. Let's ease out here and see if I did it right or wrong. I hope I did it right.
That's all.
Ah,
It was on when you flipped it a while ago.
do what?
It was on when you flipped it after you.
Okay, it was on. Okay, let's see here. I thought I heard something. Let's see. Alrighty, we got it on. I think I just had to switch on backwards. Let's see how this works. Oh yeah. Ta-da! We have lights. Well, there you go, folks. Got lucky. Hopefully that will do the job. In one way, that wasn't a lot of work. In another way, I haven't done really a lot of electrical in several years. But just thought we'd bring you the conclusion to that little light fixture we told you we was going to add on. Maybe that'll cut down some barking dogs. They'll see what they're after, and if they can see it, then I can see it. But anyway, folks, we just want to bring you the conclusion of this. Thank y'all for watching. If you like it, please hit the like and subscribe. And the good Lord's willing, the creek don't rise. We'll see y'all on down the road. Thank y'all.